Good day everyone, I am KATHLENE MAE EVORA, III-B3 FSM. For today, I will be discussing the learning outcomes number 4 of processed food by sugar concentration, entitled Packed Sugar Concentrated Products.
Processed food by sugar concentration. Sector: Food and Service Management. Qualification title: Food Processing NC2. Unit of Competency: Processed food by sugar concentration. Module title: Processing food by sugar concentration. Nominal duration: 120 hours. Learning outcomes: 1. Prepare equipment, tools, materials, and utensils. 2. Prepare the raw materials. 3. Cook sugar concentrates. 4. Pack sugar concentrated products. 5. Perform post-production activities. These units deals with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes required to process food by sugar concentration, which include to prepare equipment, tools, materials, and utensils, prepare the raw materials, cook sugar concentrates, pack sugar concentrated products, and perform post-production activities. Learning outcome number 4. Pack sugar concentrated products. The following are the performance criteria under the learning outcome number 4. Sugar concentrated products are packed and weighed in accordance with product specifications and required filling temperature. Sugar concentrated products are sealed and labeled in accordance with product specifications. Air cooling is performed according to product requirements. Packing equipment is operated in accordance with instructions manual. Finished product inspection is performed following quality control parameters. Food safety practices are employed according to HACCP and GMP. Work safety measures are applied in accordance with OSHS. The learning content I choose is HACCP Basic Principles. What is HACCP? HACCP, which stands for Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points, is a systematic and preventative system developed in 1960s by NASA and a group of food safety specialists. Today, HACCP principles form the basis of food safety plans worldwide. HACCP is applied to processes throughout every stage of the food supply chain, including production, preparation, packaging, and distribution, and is used to manage food safety across many types of food businesses. There are 7 principles of HACCP. Number 1. Conduct a hazard analysis. 2. Identify the critical control points. 3. Establish critical limits. 4. Establish monitoring procedures. 5. Establish corrective actions. 6. Establish record-keeping procedures. 7. Establish verification procedures. The first one is conduct a hazard analysis. The first step in any food safety plan or HACCP plan is to identify all possible food safety hazards that could occur in your business. First, consider your processes. This might include receiving goods, cooking food, serving food, and waste disposal. Number 2. Identify critical control points. Now that you have identified all your food safety hazards, you need to identify critical control points. CCPs are the steps in your process where a control measure is applied and is essential to prevent, eliminate, or reduce a hazard or hazards to an acceptable level. Some examples of CCPs could be the sign-off step when receiving deliveries, checking the temperature of food before serving, and cooking food to a specific temperature. Number 3. Establish critical limits. A critical limit is the maximum or minimum value to which a food safety hazard must be controlled to prevent, eliminate, or reduce the hazard to an acceptable level. Each CCP must have one or more critical limits for each hazard. Critical limits are generally concerned with parameters that are measurable with equipment or can be answered with a yes or no answer, such as time, temperature, acidity, and best before or expiry dates. The fourth one is establish monitoring procedures. Monitoring must be done to ensure that food remains within the critical limits determined at each critical control point. To put simply, monitoring means checking that food is safe. Monitoring techniques can be broken down into 4 different categories. Number 1, observation monitoring, like checking cleaning schedules and monitoring delivery checklists. Number 2, sensory monitoring, using taste, smell, touch, and sight to check whether the food is within critical limits. Number 3, chemical monitoring, like checking acidity levels and conducting a nutritional analysis. And the last one is physical monitoring, like checking food temperature, pressure, weight, and etc. Number 5, establish corrective actions. Corrective actions are the actions that must be taken if a deviation from an acceptable critical limit occurs. These are either immediate or preventative. An immediate corrective action is stopping a breach that is happening now. For example, throwing out contaminated food, rejecting food at delivery with signs of pest infestation, refrigerating food to keep it out of the temperature danger zone. A preventative corrective action is stopping a breach from occurring in the future. For example, performing routine maintenance on equipment, changing work procedures, and training staff to follow the food safety best practices. Number 6, establish record-keeping procedures. Record keeping is essential to the effective operation of your food safety plan and must include an up-to-date hazard analysis and details of any corrective actions that have been taken in your food business. There are many day-to-day records associated with your food safety plan. For example, delivery checklists, signed-off cleaning schedules, temperature recordings, pest inspection results, and staff training records. The last one, establish verification procedures. Developing your food safety plan is the only first step towards food safety. Consider your first draft and each new version. A blueprint that requires real-world testing, adjusting, and tweaking. A food safety is a living document. It will not and should not stay exactly at the same. There are several methods that food businesses use to seek out information, including internal inspections, external audits, and employee feedback.